Welcome to What the Bible Says, a Lugnuts podcast group production. Hello and welcome. Good morning, good evening, whenever you're listening to this. Change of plans.
Many of the plans in a man's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. Where have I heard that before?
Where have I heard that before?
Where have I heard that before?
Well, that's in the Bible.
Proverbs. One of my favorite verses.
So we were doing a project of getting furniture out of one of the rooms here, and we were going to burn some furniture today, but it's raining, so we're scratching the burning idea, and we had some time to kill, so we're going to throw together a podcast. But
what better thing to do?
Yeah. So it's not going to be our usual podcast. We're just going to talk about sports because that's what we want to do. We actually have a guest,
Yes,
a first-time guest.
Yes.
Who's, what, is your first time?
First time.
First time. Ladies and gentlemen, well, lady and gentleman,
Gentleman who are
Jeremy Kuskye.
nice.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
It's
Very
a
nice. Very nice.
pleasure to be here. This is always want to be down here to check this out. So I'm excited to be here. Excited to hang with you guys. So
Yeah.
look forward to it.
Yeah. So we're just going to talk about sports, and we don't have anything planned. This is completely spur of the moment, just fly by the seat of our pants kind of podcast here. So the Lancers last night in boys basketball went up to South Bend, Washington, and walked out of the Great Western Forum.
Great Western Forum, no less. Yes.
With a win.
With a win.
51-50 was the final score. I wasn't there. I had other things. I had a job to do, unfortunately.
Come on.
I know. I'm sorry.
I was on a Culver military.
Okay.
Yes. Well, my granddaughter Trinity's future husband has their team. Ileana was down playing Culver military last night, and so we went down to see Luke coach the JV, his final game of the season, and his JV's 14-6. And we came to find out that Culver's JV was 17-1.
Oh.
And we saw why, because he got whacked 61-30.
Oh.
And they kind of called the Hounds off too. So, but his kids play hard, but they're small. They have no size at all. And they had a 6'8" kid from Montreal, Canada.
Wow.
And he was a long, tall, cool drink. And we just didn't, I say we, I mean, it's Ileana, just didn't have any answer for that. So anyway, so that's my contribution to high school basketball of nobody who cares about anything about in this area. If you're listening to us over in the region right now, you'll be happy to check in, or down at Culver, at CMA, whatever. So that's my 2 cents worth of high school basketball that I saw last night. But Jeremy, so tell us about the Lancers' victory last night.
I have to be in the wonderful confines of my home to watch the game
That's all right.
on TV, but I was pleasantly surprised, I have to say, because Washington has a history of being very good, and the Lancers came away with a W. They played solid. Could have played better, but what they did was very good. I mean, hats off to Colin Zarnecki, man. He just played lights out.
How many do you have?
I don't know how many he had, but he hit a crucial deep 3-pointer with under a minute to go to get him within 1 point. And then Lance Edison, they ratcheted up the defense, and Lance had a great steal and hit a layup to put him ahead. And they were able to hold him off, with time to go. And it was just a great victory. I was really pleased watching them, and because they've been up and down at times, let's be honest. Lancers been up and down, but they put it together. First half they struggled a little bit. I mean, they turned the ball over some, but they really, stepped up second half. I have to say what I enjoy was watching Jack Edison coach. The last couple games he's got to fill in for Michael. And
Michael couldn't still be there last night.
Yeah, still be there last night. Last night was his last game to be out, but it's just fun being that I'm from Plymouth and growing up watching Jack Edison coach. That was just fun. I love Jack, and Jack's just a great human being, great person. He was a great mentor. Went to many of his basketball camps when I was younger. Never got to play for him. Always wanted to play for him, but it was just fun to watch. So it was historical for me, or just kind of going back in time to be able to watch him coach. And so because Jack is a great coach, really knows the game, and so the kids did a great job. I was really pleased. I enjoy watching sports, so it's always good to watch and see when they can put it together. You always enjoy when the teams put it together, because you just never know. I mean, I don't believe anybody expected us to come away with a win there last night. But
I was surprised to score 51-50, because normally city schools like to get up and down the court and run it up. Normally it's like 75, 80 points or something like that. And that 51-50 kind of surprised me on that. Now, Jeremy, on Sunday mornings when you and I first get to church and we're doing coffee, I swear you must have 2 TVs that have 4 screens each on them, because you have watched every game that, like, I would say, I saw it. Oh yeah, I saw that one. And then I go, I saw that one too. And it's like, so do you have like a deluxe TV gaming room?
No,
he's got one TV on one game. He's got his phone on another game, his laptop on another one. Then there's a TV in another room that he's got on another one.
Somehow, because
Kenny found me out. Kenny's got me. He's got my. No, I am a sports junkie. I really do. I love checking in on it. Love college basketball, men's and women's. Definitely have a vested interest since my daughter was playing basketball in high school here. So, let's be honest, living through her, because she's got to do things I never did. I'll be honest. I was always the last one cut when I tried to play basketball, and so, but always loved the game.
I'll be available for counseling later on.
Appreciate
still
it.
hasn't got over that.
No,
I saw the way you're swinging that sledgehammer this morning.
Yes, you can see the wounds. But no, I love sports. I grew up playing sports. Sports taught me a lot of things. It's just about discipline, teamwork. I love the teamwork aspect. I've always been a team player and very value team. And so just to be a part of a team and to do great things and just to grow, honestly. I know it taught myself personally tremendous growth and just hard work, honestly, too. That was one of the big things I always enjoyed, was just the work, putting in the work. Because a lot of times, let's be honest, practice was tougher than the game itself, right? Or it should be. Right. If you're doing it right, the game should be easier. And that's always what I enjoyed, was the learning and the competing and the growing. And so just absolutely enjoy sports, all sports. I can sit and watch golf. I can sit and watch hockey. I'm not a big hockey fan, but I can just about watch any sport.
My wife, I like to watch golf. She goes, golf's boring on TV. And I thought, no, it just all depends. So
I'm not a golf guy, but I will say, YouTube golf.
Oh,
I can watch YouTube golf.
Mm-hmm.
She loves soccer, and I think soccer's boring.
Oh, soccer's boring. Sorry.
I can watch soccer.
Sorry.
Boring.
It is just boring.
Unless it's like the World Cup finals, and they're in overtime, and they're like, everybody's really playing hard.
Yeah.
So Jeremy, tell me about the Lancers as far as making a run. And they played Jimtown. First off, what's that matchup going to be like?
I think they got a chance. I really do. I mean, the Lancers have been playing much better, definitely from the beginning of the season, because they played Jimtown the very first game, and Jimtown blew us out. But I think we do have a chance. I'm hearing that they're confident. They believe they can go in and win, and that's half the battle right there. You got to have confidence going into the game, and they've been playing much better as of late. And I know they've got some confidence seeing some of Jimtown scores. Jimtown struggled against Argus. It went to overtime. Jimtown won, but they struggled against Argus, and knowing that we beat Argus pretty handily. So I think that's given the Lancers some confidence. So I think they got a shot. I mean, they beat them, and they got a shot to go win that sectional, really, the way the draw works. And got a chance to possibly face Bremen again.
Yeah.
And that rivalry, and for the third time?
It's kind of like girls this year, playing for the third time.
Yeah, potentially. So, no, I think they got a shot. Obviously the role players got to do their job and play, and but I think if we take care of the ball and I think they got a good chance. I really do.
Cool.
So
good. Yeah, LVH1 went to the bullpen, deep to the bullpen. I saw Florian yesterday, and I saw him going to call a game on Tuesday night for the Lancers going down to Jimtown. So I look forward to that, and hopefully they make a run.
Yeah.
Return. So Kenny, what's on your mind as far as sports these days? High school, college, basketball, football. You're not a pro sports guy, are you, much?
No, I'm not really a pro sports.
I was going to say they got
kind
the
of a guy.
combine coming up here, and
Yeah.
I always just thought I won't even go. I think the combine's stupid, and
Yeah.
most of that. Deion Sanders, I saw an interview yesterday with him, and he didn't. When he went to the combine, they just talked about who really cares if a guy can run fast around cones.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Who really cares?
You don't.
Are you out? It's 3rd and 2, and you say, okay, who around here can run around the cones really fast?
right.
Nobody in the huddle says
Exactly.
that at all. He
Exactly.
says, it's like kind of like so. Anyway, yeah. So we won't go there. So what's on your mind? What are you thinking about here lately?
Well, I've just been working with WTCA. That's what I do. I call Plymouth games. Fortunately, it's not Big Blue, so unfortunate. But
we'll see.
How are the Pilgrims this year? How are they looking?
The Pilgrims, they're a lot better than what they have been, but man, they're struggling. They're on a 5-game losing streak.
Okay.
Ooh.
Of those 5 games, it's really good competition. They played South Bend St. Joe last night and just got absolutely throttled.
Mm-hmm.
First quarter, however, was great. I mean, they were right in the game, giving St. Joe all they could. Second quarter, about 2 minutes in, or 2 minutes to go, I forget when. Chase Konechny, the star player for St. Joe, was at the free throw line, missed his first free throw. Ref, technical foul on the Plymouth bench. Somebody said something, and he wasn't having it. Called a T. Konechny makes 3 consecutive free throws, and that's really the ball
Clutch
game.
of
And
the
it's
game.
over. Yeah.
He had 40 points.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Plymouth had 61.
Okay.
62, actually.
Okay.
Lost 93-62.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bummer. You score 62 points. You think you ought to be like fairly close.
Right. One of the players for Plymouth in the past 3 games has scored a combined 61 points.
Wow.
2 20-point games. His high against Penn, his career high, came against Penn when he scored 23.
Nice.
The next game he scored 20, and then he scored 18 last night to lead the way for the Pilgrims. So, I mean, they're playing well. They have a good coach in Greg Miller. But you can just tell that they haven't had a lot of success, and they don't know how to handle that success when they get there. They'll win a couple of games, and they'll get like really high on themselves, and then they get blown out. And then, they come out in the next game. They shoot really, really well in the first quarter. In the second quarter, it's been this all year. Second quarters, that's the downfall.
That's what happened at Ileana last night. Because it was first quarter, it was 18-13. And then the first 2 minutes they just got waxed, and it was like it was over. So, well, hey, March Madness is coming. So, Jeremy, who's your team?
I really don't have a specific team. I just enjoy watching, and definitely, I have to say, I enjoy watching Cooper Flag. Man, he's impressive. That kid can play, and I think they'll do some damage. Auburn looks tough.
Yeah.
Auburn looks really tough, and Alabama's good, and so I really think it's wide open. I really do. I think it's going to be a good tournament, fun tournament to watch. Depending on how the draws line up, I feel like anybody could beat anybody some days, but I really feel like Auburn and Duke seem to be a class above right now. When they're playing well, they're tough to beat. So,
Yeah.
but fun to watch, definitely. And they obviously have the 2 front runners for Player of the Year, so just enjoyable to watch both those. And just it's fun.
So, Kenny, how about you? Who's your March Madness?
I haven't really had a chance to think about this. I haven't really watched a whole lot of college basketball, unfortunately. I agree. Duke and Auburn feel like they're like top 2 right now. Florida's good. They have a solid team.
they do.
I think the team people need to watch out for and listen to is St. John's.
Ooh, yes.
St. John's is really good.
I watched them play the other day. They just
very
killed Connecticut.
They are very
And, and Connecticut, they're having they say a down year, but I mean,
Right.
gee
I
whiz,
know.
they got almost 20 wins.
Right.
And it's like, oh, we're having a down year.
Yes.
Why? Because you're not 28-4 or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, they're good. Kansas. I don't know what happened to Kansas.
Yeah.
Kansas is absolutely trash, if I can say that. I just did.
Yeah, I think he did.
I mean,
just did.
Kentucky's not any good. I mean, your usual blue bloods are not there. Carolina's not very good. The only blue blood there is Duke, and Duke is like Duke is Duke.
Right.
Yeah, back to St. John's, I have to say, I got to give credit to Rick Pitino. I've never really been a big Rick Pitino fan, but to see what he's done at the different colleges and how he continues to win and create winning teams, I mean, that's kudos to him. He's a heck of a coach. I mean, I know there was talk about the Indiana should hire Rick Pitino.
Right.
And
I was going there next.
Yeah. Did you see that interview where they talked to Pitino? Because they
No.
were asking him, well, who would you hire? And he goes, well, not me. He said, you guys should not hire me for the Indiana job. He was promoting Chris Beard, who was at Texas Tech.
Uh-huh.
And he said he's a heck of a coach. He didn't know much about Chris Beard, but he spent time with him. And he said just the way he runs practice and everything, he's a heck of a coach. He said, I think that'd be a steal if IU could get them. But again, kudos to Rick Pitino. I'm impressed. I know my father-in-law's stepmom was never a Pitino fan. She couldn't stand him. And so I never forget that. Every time I see Rick Pitino, I think of that. And so, it's fun to watch. And he is a heck of a coach. He's doing a great job there at St. John's. He's got them really rolling. And you're right. They're a team to look out for.
Yeah. If I saw St. John's in the bracket, I would be thoroughly scared because St. John's is a heck of a team. I think they have a shot to go to the Final Four. I think they have a shot to go to the national championship. Mm-hmm. They might not win, but I think they'll be that team like of Florida Atlantic or something like that, Texas Tech a few years ago, to go to the national championship. Mm-hmm. Not saying they're going to win because they'll probably face Duke, and we all know if you face Duke, you're probably going to lose.
Right.
But, yeah, St. John's, I mean, if in the Big East, the new Big East Conference, not the Big East Conference of old, because the Big East Conference of old, man, I can sit here and talk for hours about the old Big East because I miss the old Big East. They were the best conference in basketball.
My sons, that was one of the things a few years ago we had talked about on our bucket list was go out and see the Big East tournament.
Yeah.
Just go out to New York City and just go to Madison Square Garden, just get rooms and just hang out from Tuesday through Saturday and just watch basketball, Big East basketball, and go out. That would be pretty cool. But I think that ship done sailed.
Yeah. So, like I want to go to the ACC tournament now because the ACC is the best conference in basketball. But SEC's up there this year. I mean, Big Ten is okay. Yeah. Big 12 in basketball is pretty good too. Iowa State is pretty good. But yeah, I really don't have like a team I'm really rooting for because the team I root for is not any good, unfortunately. We won't talk about that. They did win the other day.
Tried to give it away, but they I haven't quite figured that one out yet. What's going on? I think people thought there was going to be a bigger turnaround there sooner than what it's happened. And I get it's only a second year. I mean, I get you got to give people a time, but I think they're coming in. There was some pretty high expectations of.
For those who don't know, we're talking about the mighty Fighting Irish,
right?
So
the Fighting Shrewsbury's.
Yeah, the Fighting Shrewsbury's. And
they've got some talent. They just they don't seem to put
they're
it all
like
together.
they're like Plymouth. They don't know how to handle success. You can tell that they've been losing for a while, and they're not used to it. But Burton's still Marcus Burton,
right?
I mean he's playing like he did at Penn, which for him is okay, but as a team it's unsustainable. Because at Penn he got away with it,
right?
At Notre Dame he's getting exposed because no one else is stepping up. Most of the time,
right? Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then IU. I mean, when IU beat Purdue, I think what happens is I think the pressure's off IU now. I mean, they're kind of like, Woodson's he's going to be done, and I think it's kind of like all the. I mean, not that they relax the expectations, but it's like, okay, this is like now we can just go ahead and play basketball.
Yeah.
Right.
And not that I think I'm seeing them making any big deep run or whatever, but still. But I think it's interesting as far as who's going to be the next coach. Who's going to resurrect that program,
right?
because they had the anniversary the other night of the 40 years of throwing the chair. And did you guys see Woodson? So supposedly he sat in the chair.
Yeah, he sat in the chair. I think he didn't
chair.
realize that it was the chair, or he knew what he was doing. And
right. So anyway, so I thought that was pretty cool as well. So, all right, guys. What else? Anything else?
I just want to talk about college football, but it's a little early. But
we got 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
So,
well, women's college basketball. What do you guys? Any insight or any thoughts on that?
I will step out. I am not a women's basketball fan.
Okay.
Not that I'm sexist or anything, but I have a reason why I'm not a fan of women's basketball, especially the Notre Dame basketball team had to deal in 2020, all of the protesting, all that stuff. BLM, they protested the national anthem, and
kind of lost you, huh?
It lost me. Got a sour taste in my mouth ever since. I have not yet come back to the light, I guess. You could say. So I do not root for the women's team. But when I lost the women's team, that's when I gained the men's lacrosse team.
That's fun to watch too. Yes.
So men's lacrosse, 2-time national champion.
Yeah. Still ranked number 1 right now.
Ranked number 1. They're 3-0 after beating Georgetown. Almost gave that one away, but they're 3-0 on the season. Looking for the three-peat.
So, Jeremy, your 2 cents worth on college women's, and then we'll wrap it up.
I think it's wide open. I would have said, honestly, it was interesting. Speaking of the Lady Irish, I'm kind of glad they lost. I felt like they were getting a little too cocky, and I think losing right now was the right time for them. They're a heck of a team. Obviously, them, UCLA, USC, UConn, always. So I really think it's wide open. I mean, anybody can beat anybody. But when some of those teams are playing, you got Texas as well. Texas is the new number 1. And so, when those teams are playing well, they definitely are. They're fun to watch. I mean, obviously, I have a daughter, so I have a little vested interest. I've picked up watching the girls' game and showcasing the women's sports, and they're talented. They are very talented, fun to watch at times. But no, I was honestly glad that the Irish won against lost against NC State here, because I just felt like there was. Because there's that balance of playing well, but I think of getting too cocky. When you're playing well and solid, it's fun to watch, and I'll root for you. But if you start getting cocky, it's not. Yeah, it's bad basketball. It's bad basketball, and you can see it in some teams where they think they're better, and it's good to be humbled sometimes.
Yep,
I think South Carolina was like that too.
Yeah, I agree.
They're having a quote down year.
Yes,
they're not number 1.
Yeah.
UConn, they're not number 1. Yeah. So
it is. It's hard to sustain excellence. I mean, it takes coaching, the right players, and right just the mental toughness, and probably just the makeup of the team is key a lot of times. Yeah. And you lose that. I mean, you have some classes where they're just great leaders and solid leaders, and they can carry a team, and then you have that drop off, and it shows. It really shows. You can see it. So.
Well, Jeremy, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, he was kind of like, what am I going to talk about? And I go, we'll talk about sports. And dude, you hopped right in, man.
Appreciate it. No, this was fun.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is what we do every Wednesday. Yeah, we kind of stepped out of a fairly a little more serious subject on the book that we're doing, and just kind of tiptoe down the sports avenue today. So it was a lot of fun. So Kenny, you want to take us on out?
Yeah. So for Jeremy Kuskye and Steve Cox, my name is Kenny Cramer. If I didn't introduce everyone, there you go, doing it right at the end of the podcast. So we'll see you guys next week, hopefully, maybe for the regular scheduled program, but we might be burning couches next week. So
sounds like a band.
Burning couches.
Burning couches.
There's a sermon there.
There's a sermon there.
Well, I think there's a couple sermons in there somewhere.
Sermon or a band.
Yeah.
We're going to start a new band called Burning Couches.
There you go.
All right.
Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
We hope you enjoyed the podcast today. If you did, please check out our website for more podcast episodes and shows at thelugnaspodcastgroup.com. Like us on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll see you next week.